Hi everybody, I'm coming to you from Southern Oregon, and our situation down here, we have 2 confirmed cases of the virus. They're both travel related cases and they've been on the books for a couple weeks now, but we did just get our first confirmed community case as of yesterday. So for me personally, going back to March 1st, I was still in classes at Southern Oregon University on campus, and we continued to have classes through the end of the term, which was March 13th. But then the next week, our finals were all changed to online. Since then, my husband and I have been self-quarantined for about 10 days now, and just staying in, going on walks. We've been able to stay in touch with family and friends through the phone, calls, texting, FaceTiming. We use social media to do a little Instacart shopping, and so we're doing pretty good. Our youngest daughter, however, is out in New York City, so things are very different out there. She had heightened awareness a couple weeks before we did, and I remember back on March 7th or 8th, she's calling and concerned about what to do about her job, whether or not to go in. She's riding the subway. So she's been self-quarantined and home from work for about 12 days now, and sure enough, yesterday she has come down with symptoms. So she has a fever and a cough. She was able to talk to her doctor yesterday, and she told her that she no doubt has it, to proceed as though she does have it, to stay quarantined for 14 days, but she's not eligible for testing because there's such a limited number of tests and she has a mild case. So it's one of the issues that I felt all along that we've been a little bit under prepared for, is the testing piece. I think that it skewed our numbers from day one, and that possibly had we had a little better testing in place, that maybe our awareness would have been heightened quicker, sooner, and maybe it could have diverted some of the cases. So in regard to the trajectory of the virus since March 1st, I started my research by going into the World Health Organization. They have situation reports for every day starting with January 20th. And, our first case here was January 21st in Washington State. Then on March 1st, on that situation report, there's a world map chart, and the United States just has a little dot showing 100 to 500 cases. Other reports show, a New York Times map that I looked up shows March 1st we had 88 known cases in the U.S. By March 12th, the map shows 1,668 cases. And I kind of feel like March 12th was a watershed day for the United States, as well as Oregon. That was a day that Governor Brown, mandated different things with the groups meeting, a gathering of 250 people, and school closures. Today, NPR reports 66,055 cases in the U.S., and sadly 946 related deaths. So again, those numbers, are somewhat skewed because of testing, but nevertheless, from, the day that we had our first known case, January 21st, March 1st, only 88 known cases to 66,000 cases in that many days is just pretty devastating, really. In regards to social media and our accessibility to news, of course, we have live streaming breaking news 24/7. We have a plethora of options of where we get that news, and I think that this group is pretty savvy, no doubt, as far as making sure that you're getting your news from reliable sources. This morning I Googled the word coronavirus, and up at the top where it tells you how many sites there are with the word coronavirus, there were 9,420,000,000 sites that you could choose from to get information on the coronavirus. And then finally, real quick, on Clay Shirky's TED Talk, I found it very interesting, informative, and I think we probably all were struck by the idea that now the way that social media has changed the way that we have news delivered to us is that we are no longer just consumers, but we are also producers of that news. And I was on CNN.com this morning, and they were live streaming a Q&A with Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute for Allergy and Infectious Diseases. And the general public was on the show, live streaming over their phones on screen, and asking direct real-time questions of the doctor and a panel of doctors. And I just felt like it was a good example of how the public is altering the direction of, in this case, a news show regarding the virus. So there you go. Hope you all are doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until next week. Thank you.